All right, assembling the NuclearHazard core kit. You should just need a 2mm driver. And so these are the parts you get with the kit. And then you'll also need a Pi, an SD card, the case, and some receivers. I already have these soldered to the boards. So the first thing you can do is solder the receivers to these boards you get. I like to start by soldering, tinning this pad here, and then align the receiver with that and remelt that. Then once you have it aligned and just this pad soldered on, then you can go ahead and solder the rest. Make sure not to get any solder on these pads here, and then you can go ahead and do the other side. So we'll say I have that part done, and I have these. Then next we'll be installing the standoffs onto the board. That's using these M2.5 screws and these standoffs. Just put it through like that and screw it in until it's tight. Now we put it in the case. So you'll see there's a groove here that it can fit into. So we want to get the bottom near the big connector there into that groove. And then it'll need to be slid this way a little bit so that the XT60 pokes out or almost pokes out the case there. And then these two screw holes should be aligned up here with the holes underneath. So then you can take a short M3 screw and put one into each of the holes on the top. You need to push down hard and spin it to get it started, and then stop it once it starts to give you some resistance at the bottom. Take the second screw into there. Now make sure to insert the SD card into the Pi before installing it, and you should flash this before doing this part too. Then we need to put the connector side down into the case where it'll come out, get it to start sticking out a little bit, and then you can tilt it down. When it's just resting in there, make sure that it aligns with the standoffs, and then you can push on near the connector here, because the connector is what's holding it up right now. So just push that down until it sits flat. Make sure that the holes are lined up and that it's not too far that way or that way. Now if you ever need to remove it, you'll have to take out the screws that hold it in, and then these screws that we'll put in a minute. And then these slots on the side of the case are for taking a tool like this, and you want to just kind of push up on the very edge of the Pi right here next to the hole. So you can just go like that and grab the board and take it off the connector. Okay, to finish installing it, take more of these M2.5 screws and screw them into the standoffs through the Pi. Do all 4 of those. Now insert the receivers cards into the slots here. With this version, you don't have to worry about which way you put it in. Either way works. Okay, now that's done for now. We need to get the lid and the fan. Put the fan on so that it's blowing into the case, which means upside down like this. And use these 12mm M3 screws. This one, it's really easy to tighten it too much, so make sure that it's just grabbing. It says 4 screws to hold it in, so don't need to be very tight. Okay, now take this, and I like to tie a knot in it just to get it a little shorter. A very loose knot like that. Then the fan connector up here, this needs to go into it. The side where the prongs are needs to meet up with the side with that's empty over there. Plug it in like that, and then you can close it up. Make sure the wire isn't on top of these or outside the case at all. The fan should go on the lower left side here if you're looking at it like this. Then you should have 4 more short screws. They just need to go through the case, this can be kind of hard to get it started if it didn't print very well. There, I got it. And there it is assembled.